In early 2024, a mid-level finance worker sitting at a desk in Hong Kong wired $25 million to an external account in a single keystroke. The victim worked for Arup, a global engineering giant responsible for the Sydney Opera House. This was a sophisticated target with established internal protocols. He authorized the transfer because he was on a live multi-person video call. He saw his chief financial officer and heard his exact voice. However, every executive on that screen, except for the victim, was a real-time AI-generated deepfake. Data from the London Stock Exchange Group indicates that human detection rates for high-quality synthetic media are effectively zero. Our visual and auditory intuition is no longer a reliable forensic instrument for spotting a fabrication. This $25 million theft represents a successful breach of the traditional psychological barriers that secure institutional trust.
To understand this, we must examine the hidden plumbing of our financial markets and how rusted 1990s tactics evolved into modern systemic risk. While the technical delivery scales, the underlying sociopathy remains remarkably stable. The core understanding of human vulnerability has not changed. Surviving the automated fraud epidemic of 2026 requires a forensic autopsy of its analog ancestor. We begin with the historical baseline, Jordan Belfort and the Stratton Oakmont boiler room. Decoding the physical constraints of this 1990s heist reveals the same logic driving today's frictionless algorithmic swarms. Stratton Oakmont operated out of a windowless metal hangar on Long Island, where 1,000 brokers used a cocktail of stimulants and ego to target the wealthiest 1% of Americans. Belfort's straight-line persuasion system was less a sales technique and more a mechanical algorithm for hacking the human nervous system. As this flowchart illustrates, looping ignores logical objections. The broker redirects the target into emotional certainty, bypassing the analytical brain. Modern malicious LLMs execute these exact loops. An LLM is trained to generate human-like text by predicting the next logical word. These AI agents scrape your LinkedIn posts, social media history, and geolocation to identify your specific emotional vulnerabilities and time their attack for maximum impact. Unlike a human broker, an algorithm requires no sleep or stimulants. It can attack millions of targets simultaneously with perfect automated persistence. This strategy is a psychological denial-of-service attack. It overwhelms the victim's rational defenses with synthetic urgency until the logic center collapses. The yelling on the phones was the delivery mechanism, but the actual heist relied on controlling a stock's tradable supply, known as the float. To prevent monopolies, the Securities and Exchange Commission enforced a 4.9% ownership threshold. Crossing this line triggered mandatory public disclosure and intense regulatory scrutiny. Stratton used the rathole exploit to bypass this. They used human proxies to secretly hold large blocks of stock just beneath the 4.9% limit, hiding the firm's true inventory from regulators. The 1993 Steve Madden IPO is the definitive proof of this mechanism. Before the stock launched, Belfort and his partners had distributed 85% of the company's shares to their secret network of proxies. While brokers manufactured synthetic demand to drive prices up, the secret proxies dumped their shares back to the firm. Stratton then sold those same shares to the public at astronomical markups. To move the profits, they used a primitive method called smurfing. This involved breaking down cash into sub-$10,000 stacks and taping them to human mules who carried the money to Swiss banks. The boiler room floor provided the psychological pressure, but the heist was secured by the mechanical circumvention of the float. This exploit has now been virtualized through decentralized AI botnets. These swarms manipulate DeFi shadow collateral. DeFi operates entirely without central banks. Shadow collateral has zero underlying value. It gains illusionary worth through trading. The Fox 8 botnet, discovered on X, utilized over 11,000 synthetic personas. These were the digital equivalents of Belfort's ratholes. This network map shows thousands of synthetic personas interacting to manufacture social proof. They debate a token's value to control its narrative float, luring retail investors. At the fever's peak, the algorithm executes a smart contract, a self-executing blockchain program, to dump the token instantly. Sweat-drenched human mules have been replaced by automated mixers, protocols that scramble transaction histories until the original source is mathematically impossible to trace.
The crime scene evaporates the moment the theft is complete, allowing for a frictionless extraction of wealth. These systems are now focused on breaching the digital vaults guarded by identity verification, or IDV, and multi-factor authentication, known as MFA. The barrier to entry has collapsed. Creating a convincing voice clone currently requires just $1 and 3 seconds of audio scraped from a video or a voicemail. Fraudsters use virtual camera injection to bypass the biometric security on your devices. This injection intercepts the hardware pipe of your webcam. It tells the bank's security app that the signal is coming from your camera, while actually feeding in a pre-rendered deepfake. Basic active liveness checks, like being asked to blink or smile, are easily defeated by real-time AI. The primary defense is now passive liveness detection. Passive algorithms act as microscopic forensic investigators. They analyze audio for the absence of natural breathing or microscopic artifacts left behind by an AI rendering engine. This creates a vulnerability gap. Attackers only have to find one flaw in a new manipulation to succeed, while defenders must be perfect across millions of transactions every single day. Behind the data streams is visceral human suffering. National Institutes of Health data shows that Gen Z falls victim to these scams most frequently. Their digital overconfidence creates a false sense of security. While younger generations are hit more often, retirees suffer the most severe emotional and financial trauma. They often lose their sense of autonomy alongside their life savings. The synthetic grandparent scam uses perfect voice clones to weaponize a parent's primal instinct to protect their child, bypassing logical skepticism with visceral terror. A 1990s broker had to guess at your vulnerabilities. An AI agent mathematically profiles and exploits your specific emotional desperation in real time. This erosion of reality creates a trust deficit known as the liar's dividend. When synthetic media becomes indistinguishable from the truth, people begin to doubt even authentic evidence. Real videos or voices are dismissed as fabrications. If the voice on the phone or the face on the screen can no longer be trusted, the friction of daily life and communication becomes a burden. At what point does our necessary digital paranoia disconnect us from reality? The ultimate tragedy of the modern heist is not just the stolen money, but the systemic corrosion of human trust by the very machines built to connect us.